Hello, Fred Bruins here with a tip on how to save money on laundry, both in terms of hot water and also in keeping your clothes in good shape for a longer period of time, so you don't have to spend as much money on your clothes, whether you work in an office or elsewhere. When I do laundry, I just keep the hot water valve turned off, and so you can see the blue valve, the cold water valve, is fully open. And of course, standard tips apply. In this case, it's a blue load. I tend to get all the same color shirts for working in the office. It's just simpler and easier to do. And I even throw some blue towels in there, in the theory that if a little bit of the dye comes out, it might actually keep the shirts from fading. I wouldn't dry them together, however, because you get a lot of blue lint from the towels. And you may even pick up just a little bit from the washer, but it's easily removed. So I'll return in just a minute and show you what I do next. I should have said I'll be back in a little over a half an hour, since this washing machine has a fairly long cycle. But I'm just going to remove a couple of the items for now. My blue shirts that I wear at the office, and also the black pants. Have to use your judgment on this. There's no such thing as a truly black dye. It's either really dark blue or dark brown, and I took my chances, and I've been washing these together for a long time, and it hasn't turned the shirts gray, so I'm assuming the pants are a very, very dark blue. Now, I'm not going to put the jeans in with it, because if you put jeans in with, it doesn't seem to matter in the washer so much, but if you put it in the dryer with cotton shirts, lightweight fabrics, it tends to abrade them and wear them out faster. So I'm gonna hold up on this and not put it in for now. I'm also not going to put the blue towels in, because, as I say, they tend to put blue lint all over my shirt. So put this in the dryer, set the timer. It doesn't really matter that much right now, except I'm going to give it more time than it needs, and I'm going to set my kitchen timer for 12 minutes. That's because if you put it on the very end of a cycle, sometimes it has a cool down phase near the end, and I wanted to get actually 12 minutes of real drying time, although this is just a 110 volt dryer, so it doesn't produce a very high heat. When I take the shirts out, they're still fairly damp, and that's the way I want them to be. They'll last longer. Drying really wears out clothes, so I'd recommend that you minimize drying. Of course, you don't want them to mold, but I'm going to use an iron on the shirts, and that'll take a lot of the remaining moisture out. So I'll be back after my my quick dryer cycle is done, and we'll see how they. Okay, my alarm has gone off, so it's been just over 12 minutes. I'm going to pull out the shirts, kind of shake them out. Actually, one of these is the one I use at the office, and after they get a little too old for the office, I wear them around the house. Creature of habit, I guess. And the black pants, they take a little longer, so I just leave them in the dryer while I iron my shirts. And by the time I'm done ironing a couple of shirts, the trousers are ready. So at this point, you'll even see steam come out of the, like when you do the collar, there'll actually be steam coming out of it. And that's really what I like to see. I don't like to dry them any more than that. I can get a much better job ironing. I don't have to use the steam function on the iron. So I'll be back in just a moment and show you how I finish up. So I've got them ironed and hung up on hangers. Of course, most clothes don't really need to be ironed. I just iron my office shirts and pants. But anything else you can just kind of shake out and hang it up as soon as possible. This shirt right here probably is close to needing replacement, but it's been worn probably about 70 days. I was trying to estimate, but basically 70 work days or so, and so that's pretty good value. Just to recap, You can save a lot of money by washing your clothes entirely in cold water, minimize drying time. I'm sure that millions of kilowatt hours are wasted on clothes that are just tumbling around in dryers when the clothes are already dry, or they're drier than they need to be. You'll not only save on hot water and electricity for your dryer, but your clothes will last longer and colors will stay better as well. So hope this has been helpful to you and help save you a little bit of money. Thank you for listening.